I'm back. I had a little technical issues there a minute ago, but yeah, I'm back now. Yeah, I'm back. So the opening ceremony is still going on. Let me reintroduce myself because I don't know if you all were here with the technical issue. Basically, yeah, this is the Champions League final PSG versus Inter. The game is about to start, probably like about 5 minutes again for the game to start. Opening ceremony still going on and whatnot.
Introduction of two of the European greats. Bringing the trophy onto the turf.
Yeah, guys. I don't know why they get a delay with these things. But yeah. Yeah, guys, coming to the live, coming to the chat, coming to the live. Inter versus PSG versus Inter, coming to the live, guys. Would you all consider this to be a big game? I mean, PSG has never won the Champions League. This is actually PSG's second time ever making a Champions League final. So it's very much big for them. The players are looking to come out of the tunnel. Well, for Inter, I think could be Inter probably have like either 2 or 3 Champions League. Yes, either 2 or 3 Champions League. Yeah. So they've been here before. They were actually in the Champions League final about 2 seasons ago when they played Man City and lost at 1-0. So I think this is going to be a cracking game. These two teams, yeah.
Most shots in this season's competition, but also most the most clean sheets.
Teams are lining up. Inter in there, yellow away kit today because they are playing as the second team.
High in this competition, achieved by them at Presto 22 years ago.
Players are coming out of the tunnel. The players are coming out of the tunnel.
The biggest and the best in the world can be affected by an occasion such as this.
I feel like Dembele has a lot to say and a lot to prove, especially after that poor move with Barca when he moved to Barca. It didn't really work out for him. That whole situation when Barca bought Coutinho, Griezmann and Dembele.
Both have been here before this season already.
Inter look like they mean business.
36-team competition. Paris being by Milan in the group phase. Inter defeated Bayern 2-1.
Champions League. I can't wait for us to play in this competition. Well, we are back in it. This is so, this is where we belong, Chelsea fans. And damn, I miss these nights. The anthems are playing. wants it? Who wants it? Who wants it? Who wants it?
With money straight into the Uefa Champions League anthem, written by the English composer Tony Bretton more than 30 years ago. Recognisable the world over, taking its inspiration from the works of George Frederick Handel. Paris had their struggles in the group stage. They were grateful to
I think Donnarumma currently right now has to be the best keeper in the world.
Their semi-final win over Arsenal. Skipper Marquinhos is the only survivor from the team who were beaten by Bayern in the 2020 final.
The thing about this is how Luis Enrique came and changed around PSG and took away all these quote-unquote superstars and made these guys into this crop of players. Luis Enrique is such a good coach. I wanted him at Chelsea so bad, but the club had to go. The club wanted different and wanted to go in a different direction.
It's the full set of UEFA men's finals by taking charge in Munich. Taking charge of the Europa League final in 2024 and also the Conference League final in 2022. Roma's win over Feyenoord.
And tell what it is, Argentina and Brazil rivalry. Two captains, Lautaro Martinez from Argentina, Marquinhos from Brazil, obviously. Let's see how the two of them are going to get along on the pitch, because they know Argentina and Brazil.
Inter lost just one of their 14 games and they won through after extra time 7-6 and 8 in their thrilling semi-final against Barcelona. Jan Sommer's made more saves than anybody like Thibaut Courtois of Real Madrid this season. Benjamin Pavard replaces Jan Pisek alongside 37-year-old Francesco Acerbi. Lautaro Martinez has got over the thigh injury which saw him substituted in both legs of the semi-final. 7 of this team started the 2023 final defeat by Manchester City. 37-year-old at the back, and Inter, the oldest team in this season's competition. Tonight's average age, 30 years and 242 games.
PSG is going to kick off. PSG is going to kick off. The game has kicked off. I don't know what kind of start is that for PSG.
2025. We should expect a fast start given what both these teams did in the first leg of their semi-finals. We'll see defeating Arsenal with no scoring after just 4 minutes and Inter in front after just 30 seconds at the countdown.
Well, this is just settled to be one of the most exciting Champions League finals we've had for many years. We know that they can be tight, nervy affairs, but we're yet to see this Paris Saint-Germain team in that kind of a game, so I'm expecting it to be a really good watch.
It's Thuram. Really strong run by Marcus Thuram.
Game has already started fast and fury.
Successful against Arsenal in the semi-final after winning against Premier League opposition Aston Villa in the quarter-final and also in the round of 16, a penalty shootout success against Liverpool in 1-1 aggregate scoreline. Should it be necessary, we will have extra time, but maybe a penalty shootout at the end of tonight's fight.
I was just going to say, sorry, the most interesting thing here, isn't it, is that these are two teams that invariably go about winning games of football in usually different ways, but PSG are bound to have
Here comes PSG. Foul on the man.
It's not done, so it's
I just had to switch around my camera a little bit. I got further past standing up, guys. Yeah, I'm back. Right now, both teams are just more or less just siphoning out each other. Yeah, guys. PSG basically more or less dominating right now. PSG has the ball. Teams are being so cautious right now.
Just feel a little bit of momentum building, can't you?
PSG on the attack, Gravescalia. Offside. Paris Saint-Germain has scored and PSG has scored, guys. Goal. That was so easy. PSG has scored. Inter looks so flat. Guys, Inter looks so flat.
PSG look really at it, they look really sharp, and this is the third attempt. But it's that pass there between the lines.
They are onside. Clearly onside.
Inter's back line open, and it's a simple pass. Isn't it? Once Doué gets his head up and keep it free as a bird in the middle, and it's a familiar sight.
Wow, this was so easy.
Season long.
Inter looks so tired. I don't know what is going on with Inter.
Into one of the meanest defences in this season's Champions League. Are behind already. 12 minutes late.
12 minutes, Inter down, Inter down.
That was tough, wasn't it, really, for them? Those opening 10, 12 minutes. They did not look after the ball, they didn't keep possession, they allowed wave after wave. PSG attack and ultimately paid the price.
He was one of PSG's ever-presence in the Uefa Champions League this season. So all their fixtures along with Hatch and the Ecuadorian at the centre of defence. They're not able to get the ball in the market this time. Full-back and wing-back, who Akimi likes to get forward, but so
Inter are looking so flat.
They've been dominating, and that is going to have to change because the pattern of this game for Inter cannot continue, otherwise this final will very quickly slip away from them.
PSG came with a plan. PSG trying to end this game as early as possible. Inzaghi doesn't like what he is seeing.
So nearly went out at the end of the group phase.
Yeah, I think both of these teams have each been on the brink of elimination, haven't they? Obviously, more recently Inter, when Rafinha of Barcelona scores an 87-minute goal, you think it's probably all over, but they dig deep, but they're going to have to do that again here. And as for PSG, they didn't start the competition well, they put them under pressure. They had a huge win against Manchester City. They haven't really looked back since that second half, where they came from 2 goals behind to win 4-2.
This PSG team, I think they more than likely deserve to win the Champions League, because you know how when teams start very early, like the Champions League starts like September of the new season, right? And it might have some teams that will start super quick, like Liverpool for one, and they just fade away. And we just always say you have to wait until like around February, around that time, where after the group stages, then we'll basically have an inkling. I think PSG was the most consistent team from the group stages onward. Yeah, they have been the most attacking team. I mean, Barcelona too, don't get me wrong. Barcelona was hell of attacking. Here comes Inter. I think that goal has just galvanized Inter a little bit and woken them up. Because Inter in the first 12 minutes of the game, when that goal scored, they didn't have anything. Kvaratskhelia with a shot that's over the bar. I think Inter don't know what hit them. That was such an easy goal. That was such an easy goal. And an ex-Inter Milan player has scored on them, which is Hakimi. Hakimi would not ever score such an easier goal ever in his. Inter trying to take this thing out of the game, but I think Inter looks really tired. Inter with the throw here. Inter with the throw. Here comes PSG on the counter attack. Kvaratskhelia to Mbappe. Dembele, sorry. Here comes PSG. And goal! PSG has just scored a second goal. Courtesy of deflection. Doué has just scored for PSG. Inter, look. Shell shock. Deflection of Di Marco. Deflection of Di Marco. Wow, what a goal. As I said, Ousmane Dembele was on the ball, passed it to Doué. Doué with a shot, and it got deflected and went in. Wow. Inter are down 2. Inter looks so tired. They are looking so tired. They are looking so tired. They are looking so tired. I am sorry to say. This team is looking really tired, guys. And this is basically a testament why you definitely need to mix and blend your team with youths and a lot of experience, right? Well, when I mean experience, ageable players. PSG has a mix and blend of youths and ageable players, right? Inter has a lot of ageable players there. The average age in Inter's team is 30 years old. PSG has young and fit and players that want to run. Inter needs to come up with something like now, because they don't already look like they're out of it. I think Inter had a really long season and it's finally catching up to them. It is finally catching up to them. It is finally catching up to Inter. Inzaghi, their coach, is screaming on the pitch, on the sideline, screaming on the sideline. He himself is totally shell-shocked. He doesn't know what hit him. They don't know what hit them. DeMarco with the ball. Thuram. Here comes PSG again. Dembele. Doku. Doué. PSG are just so faster, guys. I think the perfect final would have been PSG versus Barca because those two teams would have been super attacking. Inter looks so tired. They are looking tired, guys. I'm not even bullshitting you all. Inter had a really long season. They had a long season, and they just lost basically all their domestic cups from the Serie A. They lost the Serie A. Here comes PSG again. Wow. PSG are knocking the ball around Inter like they are playing cones. Inter can't touch the ball. Look at this. Oh my gosh. This is weak. This is weak. This is weak, guys. This is weak. Wow. Oh my gosh. This is weak. They finally got back the ball. Inter struggling, guys. Here comes PSG on the attack. Here comes PSG. Dembele with the ball. This looked like it could be like 3 to 4 goals at halftime. I'm not even bullshitting. PSG is dominating the game, dominating the ball. They're up 2-0. PSG is not wasting no time. Inter looks so tired and slow. Lautaro Martinez as well. He looks so tired. They're running really slow. Here comes Inter on the attack. Here comes Inter. Oh. Attack just. Offside flag went up. PSG look on their way to becoming European champions. And frankly, they deserve it. They deserve it. But never underestimate Inter Milan. They could just find some renewed energy from somewhere. Here comes Inter. Here comes Inter on the attack. Inter on the attack. Pass cut out. Pass cut out. I think Inter doesn't know what hit them. This formation isn't working and the manager just might have to change it. They're being overrun in midfield. Here comes PSG on the attack. Here comes PSG. Two-way on the ball. To Dembele. Here comes Dembele. Blocked and going out for a corner. Inter fans are so shocked. I think PSG fans also are shocked that their team are up 2-0 already. 30 minutes gone. PSG has this game under control. So far, I should say. Inter looking very leggy. PSG is just so quick, guys. Here comes PSG on the attack. PSG. They spring forward in. They just spring forward real quick. Dembele. Fatinha Dembele. Here comes Dembele. PSG corner. PSG corner. I think Inter definitely needs to score the other goal to have a chance in this game, because if PSG scores the third, I think it's over. Curtains, curtains, curtains. Here comes PSG with the corner. Goal kick. Why is Dembele standing like a statue? Here comes Inter on the attack. I really starting to feel it for Inter. They are looking so tired. They are looking so tired, guys. Here comes Inter. Here comes Inter to run. He's held up the ball. Martinez. Mkhitaryan. Inter. Inter needs this. They need to score like now. Woo! Marcus Thuram. That should have been in. Nuno Mendes is such a great left back. Yeah, guys, I'm starting to feel so tired as well. I am really shocked that those 2 goals like just really killed the game early. It really killed the game. The crowd is so dead as well. Here comes PSG. Here comes PSG on the counter attack. PSG on the counter. Inter got back the ball. Inter in possession. Inter with the ball. Inter with the ball. Here comes Inter. Dumfries. Inter. Woo. Inter still has the ball. Attack isn't over. PSG are defending really well though. Attack breaks down. Wow, PSG are just carving Inter open. Running through Inter like it's nothing. Kvaratskhelia. Nuno Mendes. Doué. Hakimi Doué. Patinia. Forty 41st minute. PSG 2, Inter 0. I need to see what the other guys are saying because this is boring. Well, it's getting really boring now. Those 2 goals just killed the game. Those 2 early goals just really killed the game.
Between the two, it would have been like Yamal and Pedri, and yeah, I can't listen. As a neutral, that's the football game everybody wants to watch.
Exactly. You see, this is the same exact thing I was saying just now.
They didn't take their chance.
This is exactly what it is I was saying just now. Look, other people are saying the same thing. The game people would have preferred to see would have been PSG versus Barcelona. That would have been more, you know. But Barcelona. Dembele just hit a shot there. I don't know if it deflected off the goal. But PSG are on the attack. Yeah. The game most people would have wanted to see would have been Barcelona playing PSG because that would have been more attacking, you know. But Barcelona messed that up for themselves. If Inter isn't careful, they will concede another one. Two minutes added on time. Inter need to change something in the second half. Here comes PSG. PSG on the counter attack. PSG on counter attack. Shot was underwhelming by the way. Shot was underwhelming from the way. Inter PSG won the ball in midfield. Hakimi on the ball, Dembele. João Neves. PSG midfielders, they are so small, but they are quick, they are nimble, they are really quick, they are really technical players. And that is just basically testament to Enrique and his playing style. I think he's done it the Barcelona way. This is a Barcelona way here. This is about, they like small technical players, quick. This is the Barca way here. Kvaratskhelia. Corner up for PSG. Would they have time to take it? PSG with the corner. Dembele. Ooh, over bar. And that should be it for the first half, guys. That should be it for the first half. And that is it for the first half. PSG are up 2-0. Inter is so underwhelming. This Inter side, guys, they are looking so tired. I think the season and PSG youthfulness and Inter's age is starting to kick up to come against them. They had a long season. They ran hard. They played several. They were on course for a treble, but they lost Napoli in the Serie A. They lost their domestic cup, and they are currently losing the Champions League final here. So guys, Inter needs to do something immediately. The game is looking so dead as well because those 2 goals were scored early. Yeah. They are getting dominated in the midfield. PSG are just too quick for them. João Neves, and this next guy, not Paulinho, Joao thing, yeah. They are just so quick. They are small, they are short, they are nimble, and as I said before, this is Barcelona 101 here. Their manager, Luis Enrique, from Barcelona, he's basically created a Barcelona here. This is Barcelona. This is the kind of players Barcelona likes. Small, nimble, quick, technical players that think, especially in the midfield. They play 1-2 touch passes, and that is what they're doing here. That goal, the first goal from PSG was so easy. I don't know. And again, most teams would have wanted to see Barcelona versus PSG in the final. But again, Barcelona messed that up for themselves by, again, not doing what it is most people would expect them to do when they were like 3-2 up. Lamine Yamal, you could have gone down to the corner flag, and you didn't do that. So guys, this is where we are at. PSG are up to 2-0. This is the final. It's halftime, sorry. Right now in the Allianz Arena, so yeah. Time to take that break. Gonna make something to eat for this time and come back. Yeah, guys. Listening to the commentary from the commentators.
When you look at this pass here from Vitinha, it was just fantastic. And then there are players peeling away to the back post. It really froze the Inter defense. The marker was far too deep. Didn't retreat or didn't step up enough. And then it was just too easy from there.
Exactly. It was too easy. I'm shocked.
Well, they lost possession.
Look at this counter attack. Look at this counter attack. Dembele with the cross to Doué.
Really countered really well. The deflection of the Marco killed somebody.
We were talking before the game, the difference between having a Doué or a Barcola. Barcola have a lot more speed in transition you can use in grade, and it's funny to see that in this transition, because this is the back line of PSG, within a matter of few seconds, Doué now gets on the ball there and scores a goal.
Inter looks so, guys, Inter look tired.
First half, that plays that roll over here. He should not have turned, keep looking at the ball so you can still do something. But that's somewhat unfortunate, because that makes it impossible for someone to get that one out.
Yeah, from deep inside PSG's half to counter so brilliantly and get the second goal. And then this chance, Kimani, not a lot to write home about, but Inter Milan came into the one I felt, and again with the set pieces, it could be their strength to get out of jail in this one.
Yeah, they'll get their moments. It's just if Lautaro Martinez or Marcus Thuram is on the end of one of those chances, and they might put this one away. But that Inter Milan left side with Di Marco and Bastoni, they're having a lot of issues. I'm not sure if it's communication or it's just the player rotations of PSG along that left side, that right hand side for their attack. But they're having a torrid time actually.
Brent,
I think we're all a little bit surprised by the scoreline here. But what are your thoughts on the first half?
Not surprised at all. We spoke about it coming into the game about Inter Milan and whether or not they have the capability to match PSG in the middle of the park. And I think Kamani mentioned the fact that they may be a bit leg weary. And I think when you look at the age of the Inter Milan players,
See, same thing I was saying.
it was always going to be an uphill battle. I mentioned the fact that leading up to this fixture, they conceded goals against Barcelona and Bayern Munich, and in the Barcelona fixture, should be told, they had several opportunities to even go further ahead. So yeah, they just true to form in what I expected to see from this Inter Milan side. I just didn't expect it to be as flat as it has been in this half of it.
When have you seen vulnerabilities in this PSG team?
No.
This is exactly what I was saying. Their age and the lengthy season that they have had is catching up to them. It is catching up to them. This is no surprise.
Going with what Brent said, and I even mentioned it in the pregame show, talking about how Inter are getting, when they get dragged out of positions, when you see players having to rush back to an original position to cover.
Yep.
Of course, case in point being that
I'll be back.
for PSG. You see that it's PSG being able to move around, being patient. I really haven't seen PSG frazzled at all. Even though they give up the ball, okay, fine, we'll rest, you can make the crosses, no big deal. They have the players to clear it out. Everybody in their respective sector, going from Marquinhos and William Pacho going forward, have been able to understand their respective role and how they have to be working within the entire functionality of the team. And that's what makes this team so successful. Inter haven't been able to figure out that. There's one thing that you have to be able to look in terms of reference. It was around the 36th, 37th minute when Vitinha was first being marked in the midfield. He was just roaming all by his lonesome in the midfield. He was pinging the ball around, moving it around, giving the team a lot of fluidity until Nicolo Barella around the 34th, I know Brent can correct, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, like 34th, 35th minute, that he finally says, well, I think I have to mark him, and he finally does, and things kind of started turning a little bit in favor of Inter.
Well, we're going to take our break, but when we return, we'll have more analysis, so please stay with us.
Looking to climb up the table when they lead in the FIH Trophy. See that 8:30 a.m. Eastern Caribbean, 7:30 in Sports
For people that not from the Caribbean or just basically around the world, this is a water that from Trinidad, made in Trinidad, called Blue Waters. If you happen to come to the Caribbean or even the place of birth, Trinidad, get some of this water. Obviously, it's the #1 water in the Caribbean. Yes, I'm having a eat. Fries and chicken. It's really good. No, not KFC.
by 2 goals to 0 rather. Leger, what does Inter have to do to get the better of? Is that a hard question?
No,
Is
it's
it?
a question.
I know you have 20 seconds.
20
The
seconds.
keys to victory.
Well, I think Inter, they need to be a lot more purposeful. I think they need to go along a little bit more, try and work to their strengths. They're the more physical team, and then try and get runners in behind. I would love to see Fratese as soon as possible in this game, because he's just a player that knows how to pop up at the right time in big moments. So yeah, that's it for Inter, but I think that's tough.
Eric?
Yeah, might make a change with Augusto for DeMarco on the left side if DeMarco doesn't pick up his game. But as I said, I think they have to get out to their press maybe a little more with finding Thuram, holding up to the ball and getting some more support when they go up. But yeah, they have to play a little bit higher up the field and keep possession a little more.
One final thought?
I'm still waiting for Çalhanoğlu and Mkhitaryan to be able to show up. Nothing there in the midfield. I mean, there's absolutely nothing in the midfield. That needs to show up right direly.
Alright, it's now time to rejoin our feed at the Allianz Arena. Will Inter Milan be able to make a comeback here? They trail by 2 goals to 0. Second half awaits.
To get the second half underway. Inter with all to do. Conceding 2 goals inside the first 20 minutes. 2 goals in an 8-minute spell. Only 3 teams in European Cup history have led a final by 2 goals and not gone on to win.
Second half is back on. Second half is back on.
2005. A sensational fixture against Liverpool as they lost on penalties. Baracelli. Still he goes on. It's too easy for him. The Georgian international breaking forward quickly. Yet again, Don Goodman. Inter slow off the mark.
Yeah, well, the other way round, really. PSG quick off the mark. Started the first half on the front foot very well, very quickly, and already back foot. But I just wondered whether Inter would stop doing this now, playing short from these goal kicks, because Paris Saint-Germain have really caused them problems whenever they've done that. You see there, they've just given the ball away almost instantaneously, so clearly it's not something they're going to change, which really surprises me.
It's pointed out to us at half-time that Inter have scored at least twice in all 6 knockout stage games so far this season. Can they possibly do it again? Tirana. Brought down. Nacho sliding in and getting it horribly wrong. try and defend. Estonia then. Gianolu. It's overcooked it.
Disappointing. He's got such quality. Just wonder whether it's the occasion that has done to these Milan players. Clearly see on his face he went inside. Already the early stages of the second half. Frustration.
Faces showing disappointment. Extras on Paris' side, which the previous four finals played in Munich have produced the first-time winner.
I don't even think PSG came out a second gear yet as well. They are just cruising through this game here.
Lifted the trophy, Marseille, in Inter's neighbours, AC Milan, the Olympia Stadium. It's been put behind carelessly for a corner.
PSG have got to guard against this complacency here. That was very casual by Hakimi.
Just having a word with Turan. It should be also in there. Big shot for a handball from Simone Inzaghi on the near side touchline. Will be checked by VAR, of course.
Certainly no handball from a defensive point of view there.
PSG support making the noise, making a lot of noise. Milan team about to get their hands on the trophy for the first time ever. Nacho down her. The game continues. Kvaratskhelia. He's got a second chance. Deflected over the top of the crossbar, was it?
Really give it a goal kick. No deflection.
Freaks. He's just got my flailing arm there. Gomez doing his best to hold off the rewarding Denzel Dumfries, the Dutch international.
They need to see more of that, don't they? It's a wing-back involvement in an attacking sense. Very, very little of it in the first half.
Also need to find far more creativity from midfield. Sommer again put under pressure. A lot of pressure. Hernandez. Fabian Ruiz. It's languid, swiping the ball right up there.
It's a little bit better at the start of the second half, but having said all of that, most of the danger is nothing in there. Defensive end. How they trying to bend that? Get the whip on the ball.
All season it was like Mbale has had. Mbale scored for the match day 2 defeated Arsenal at the start of October because of disciplinary reasons, but he's had his best ever scoring season under Luis Enrique, who's found the best role for him after those years at Barcelona, injury-troubled years at Barcelona and Dortmund before that.
It's been a masterstroke, isn't it, from Luis Enrique?
Zalewski is ready to come on. Versatile, anticipating the challenge from Milan. Change is going to be made. So Milan is being replaced by Jan Pisek. Anticipated that had he not got a knee issue, that Pisek would have been in the starting eleven ahead of Benjamin Pavard. Federico Marco gives way. Zalewski, more forward-thinking Zalewski, is on in his place. Left in the heat. Cherby muscling in. It's gone back for a corner kick.
Delivery. It's that collision between Donnarumma and possibly one of his defenders. Is it Marquinhos? It is. It's a clattering of his captain.
Change for Inter. Inter looking to apply pressure to this corner kick. Increases in there. Donnarumma's flanking that. He's managed to get it away. Deflected away by Marquinhos. Drive from Pereira is repelled. Zalewski just on made his Champions League debut as a late substitute in the 2-1 quarter-final first leg win at Bayern at the start of April. Given away by Barella. Tara Martinez. Barella again. Zalewski. Struggling in on the pitch for more than 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's ugly aggressive. Brilliant. Pocket by Jean Neves. Yeah, Ruiz just gets there first and he gets caught by Zalewski. Really complain about a yellow card for that.
Zalewski signed from Roma at the end of the January window. Polish international. On the bench, Zielinski.
Still making those demands of his players. They've got to keep going. Can't afford to switch off. Now Inter back in. Have total control here at the moment.
Kimmich. Away. Schmeichel is just as comfortable with his left foot as his right. He's giving away a lot of free kicks. How is he going to be produced?
Yeah, I think the fourth of
One of Simone Inzaghi's assistants.
Yeah, they're getting animated down on the bench. And that's the problem. It is the yellow card. Look. Inzaghi himself.
He tried to leave the scene of the crime there.
He wanted a yellow card. That's the reaction. Look, and officials simply not going to take that reaction, or should they?
So what he will get from Isvan Kovac, the Romanian in charge of this. The record for the pace for Milan. Goes down quickly.
That's exactly what the ball was for him. It really quickly. Referee's going to have a word with Gianluigi Donnarumma here. He's up to the time-wasting element of this, and he's just given the goalkeeper a little bit of a warning.
Driven forward by Varela. Outcome again by Martinez. Usually sure-footed defending from Marquinhos. Isaac. His Germany debut at the start of this year against Italy. Isaac for the
Players down, Isak is one of them. PSG. Doué down at the other end. Just got back up, actually. What's going on out there? He pulled his hamstring.
stumble, wasn't it, which has done the damage. Not risk from the start because of the knee problem, which picked up in the final game of the season. Well, either having replaced their right-sided central defender, having taken off Benjamin Pavard, well, have to replace Jan Bizek.
He's definitely holding that hamstring.
Stefan Fry, the Dutch international, is on the bench. It's a nice change, but it's another defensive change. Inter need goals quickly. They need to forge a chance quickly. Inter in retreat. Hakimi. Behind for a corner.
Brilliant football, isn't it? It's the energy, the dynamism of these players. There's a skill. Doué sees Hakimi on his way. It's a strike that needs blocking by Cherby.
That's really open again. Inter want to make another double change. Can't make it just yet. It's furious with his backing team, but they weren't able to get the two players ready to make these changes. Into Dania is coming on, and Gusto is coming on. First of the Raiders, Henrik Dania. Alonso Cristo is on. Here comes Fidalgo. Just one more change available now to Inter.
Wow.
Coutinho on his way.
Goal.
Here's Doué looking for his second. And claiming his second.
Wow. What a goal. What a team goal.
Hold up, my friend.
What a team goal. Inter look so tired. Guys, this is not even a contest. Wow. Why did I bother to stream this game? That's game, set and match. Inter don't even have a shot on target. And we are already in the what? 65th minute. They don't have a shot on target.
What a reception he is getting.
First one may have been a tiny bit fortunate with the deflection, but there's no doubt how clinical and brilliant the second one was.
Ah, yes. Such is life. Inter can't even get a shot on target. What I will say, congratulations to PSG. It's been long deserved. And this just goes to show you, you don't need a whole bunch of stars on your team to win cups, to win finals. You need to build a team. Like literally build a team. Here comes PSG. Here comes PSG again. Wow. Yep. Wow.
This was your last chance. So I do feel for them, but they're not on the same planet as this PSG team tonight. They're not on the same planet, they're not on the same solar system. It's just not. This is a nasty, and this is why I compare it to the Arsenal or Manchester United Champions League final, because that is what this is. This is a real dressing down. This is a real dressing down. This is fun. They are not leaving anything to chance. They're just not playing with them. They're not playing with them. This press, this midfield, these triangles, it's nasty work. Like I said, Thuram and Lautaro not even really getting a sniff. I think Thuram had that one header. This is nasty. I'm not even going to get at Lautaro because I remember certain Iceman, you see it again. You lot are cooking meat, but you're not even focused on yourselves. Iceman, apparently I was going to have to apologise for Martinez. Brother, I ain't even seen him. I'll be honest. I ain't even seen him. Is he playing? I don't even know if he's playing. You know what I mean? You man are so focused on pressing me. You need to press yourselves. Bro. Because I'm not even seeing this, bro. I'll be honest.
Here comes PSG. Here comes PSG. Here comes PSG. Cavascalia. Goal! PSG 4. PSG 4. PSG 4. PSG Inter are so tired.
Have mercy on them. They're elderly men. They have wives, they have kids. They have families to feed. What are you doing, PSG? Oh my goodness. No, this Cavascalia brother doesn't have a weaker foot. He doesn't have a weaker foot. Left foot pop, like near post. Oh,
wow.
Oh my God, this is Inter Milan versus 100 man. Inter Milan versus 100 man, they're queuing up. They're queuing up, chat. Oh my God. It's a queue. It's a queue. Oh my goodness gracious me. This is nasty work. This is foul. I'm not gonna lie. If they keep pressing, which they are still pressing, this PSG team, it's foul. Like, at some point now, there's a line between respect and disrespect. They have now crossed that line. If they continue to press, and they continue to put these men under any more pressure, like, they're already dead. They're already crying. The tears are flowing. There is no need for any more damage than there already has been. Any more from this point onwards. And it's foul. I'm sorry. It's foul. Any more damage done, it's foul. You're not even playing Marseille. I'll be honest, you're not even playing Real Madrid and Mbappe. There should be no more malice in your hearts. There should be no more malice in your hearts. This is foul. They're going to give Inter Milan a little charity thing. Oh, I don't remember what to say. Wow. This is nasty. I'm speechless. I'm not speechless, but I am speechless. This is nasty work. This is done, man. I'm sorry. This is wow. This is wow. When was the last time
There's just might be 4, 5, might even be 6. 1994.
Let these men go home. They don't. Do they really deserve this? This is nasty. I feel like I should send him up.
Man crying, yes?
It's for you to reflect on. It's for you to look in the mirror at some point before you go to bed and ask for forgiveness from the higher ups. Don't even talk to them. Don't even talk to the champions. Say good shit to them. At 2-0, it adds up to 3-0, maybe at 4-0. I don't even think your brothers even had a shot. It ain't got nothing to do with me, I'll be honest. It ain't nothing to do with me. Nothing. I'm thinking them Inter Milan fans, you have to feel sorry for them. You have to. Do they really deserve that? To go all to, you know, I just don't even, they go to Germany. Your brother's not a brother. Lautaro Martinez has not had a shot. He's not had a shot. He's not had a shot. But it's not even that deep. It's not even that deep, I'll be honest.
Is it 5? It is going to be 6. PSG are looking so like they can play for another 20 minutes, another half an hour, another hour. Dembele looking to score. Wow! Is this another goal? Bacola! Look at him! PSG up with a triple change, coming up with a triple change.
Taking any shots at us, but we don't allow the same
Destroyed. 5.
This is brutality. This is
5. They are completely destroyed Inter Milan, and as we said, this is testament. The team is old. The team is old. It's an aging team, and this is why we always say you need a mix and blend of youth and age players. This is perfect example. They can't run, and when they run, they had a long season. They had a long season, and it is now catching up to them. When it should matter most, it is now catching up. PSG 5, Inter 0. Game has over. The game has ended. The referee didn't even give extra time, no added on time, no nothing. Put PSG, give them that Champions League, they deserve it. Put Inter out of their misery. That is wild. This has been the biggest. Inter fans are anymore. Yeah, look at him.
Great captain in the history of this football club. And this is what we end up.
Look at him. This guy here who's speaking. Look at him. He speaks so much about EPL teams and don't even mind his business in the Serie A with Inter. And Inter just got chromed here. This guy. Mo is his name. He talks so much shit about EPL teams all the time. He has a channel and his channel focuses more on EPL teams all the time. Right? All the time. He focuses more on EPL teams. But look at him. Inter just got slapped 5-0 and he's calling for the manager's head.
team. And I'll offer my condolences to Inter Milan and I'll
Paris Saint-Germain.
if you're trying to link it to Chelsea right now, you need to touch grass, you need to smell oxygen, you need to let it go. You do need to try and escape it because you need to focus on what you need to just appreciate the movie. Enjoy it. Just don't take that moment that we just watched tonight and use it to make yourself angry. I could not be angry after that. I'm sorry. I could find a way to be.
This is the ultimate. This is the reward.
Come to Saudi Arabia. Watch the Saudi team.
They simply are a
Watch
winning
the Saudi
machine.
team. We back you. We think you're a good coach. But you're not. You're not a good coach.
Enjoy it.
You lose 5-0 like this. It is the worst final I've ever seen in my life. You don't deserve my support. I'm sitting here. I back you. We talk about you. We watch you week in, week out. For next performance in the final. In the biggest game of your career. And you do this. It is the worst. It's the worst. I've never seen my team play like this. You fucking did two in a fucking cup. You will never. I'm gonna see you watching every other team again. Because I wanna see this. Every time I see your face, I will remember this humbling. This is the worst humbling in the history of my club. A Champions League final you lose 5-0.
So if PSG, Inter, simply couldn't cope, they couldn't cope. The dynamism, the energy, the pace, the speed with which they moved the ball, the speed with which they closed Inter down. When Inter had the ball, Inter simply couldn't cope. And I'm not sure that there's a team out there that could
I say the technical ability, the physical levels of this team, the speed, the togetherness, the structure, the legs, the genius, the brilliance that is Luis Enrique. And they got best this tournament. And tonight they lift the trophy for the first time. We will delve into it in more detail. I'm also going to get your comments on what you will think, what you will feel, and what your comments up on the screen. To go through so many players to praise and speak to us and do a 19 years of age, some race in a Champions League final is just beyond the race in the Champions League final is amazing. Adam Skillia with his goal, one of the worst Champions League exploits since January and deserved it. Patinia, my man of the match, just
Guys, I'm looking to sign off now, but this was a humbling for Inter Milan. Again, we said it. 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 An aging team trying to play in the Champions League versus a younger team. What do you think is going to happen? You need a mix and blend. We keep saying it. We keep saying it all the time. All the time. All the time. And it's true today. PSG has a mix and blend of experience and young players. Inter just has all young players. PSG lift the Champions League for the first time in their history. This has been long coming for them. This has been long time coming for them. Al-Qaddafi has pumped so much money into this team. They decided to change wrong things, and see when you basically you don't need all those big name players to win, and this is basically what it is. You don't need all those big name players to win. You don't need all those big name players to win. You just need a mix of experience and young players, and this is what you get. PSG.
It's one of the biggest. It is the best.
They deserve it. 5-0, the biggest defeat in Champions League final history. Again, we would have rather seen a Barca versus PSG. That might have been the better game to watch, but guys, I'm signing out now. I'll see you all a little bit later with some Chelsea news. Some videos will be dropping, so look out for that. In a bit, people.